A very good evening, everyone, and we welcome you all to the grand finale of the 28th Senior Women's National Football Championship for Rajmata Jijabai Trophy 2023-24. This clash is between Manipur and Haryana, and as you know, both these teams they have crossed quite some significant bit of path to eventually arrive at this very hallowed juncture. They have had difficulties coming in their way, but they have not really stopped. They have kept on driving and they have driven hard enough to ensure the fact that they are reaching this grand stage. Of course, the likes of Manipur, they have been one of the most successful teams when it comes to the women's footballing circuit. And it goes without a saying, they have also been the cradle of countless footballers that have been supplied to the national football team. Haryana, on the contrary, though, they had quite a challenge against West Bengal in the semi finals, but then they ensured the fact that they are fighting with everything in their arsenal to keep the match locked at an impasse before eventually unloading their very best in the tiebreaker. We are live from the city of joy as the Kishore Bharati Stadium lights up in its own beauty. A few days ago, it rained in Kolkata and it rained heavily enough. And since then, the heat may have gone down by a bit. But then, when it comes down to football, truth be told, the heat never really goes down. It's always on the high and it's always searing through the hearts of the football fans. And when these two teams come forward, when these two teams come locking their horns with each other, it goes without a saying that they will be giving their very best. Today's weather, however, is 37 degrees centigrade, which kind of tells you that the heat may not be as tantamount as it was a few days ago because of that rain that continued for a couple of days. But still, 37 degree is no joke at all. That's a starting 11 for both the sides. For Manipur, Papki Devi, Kritina Devi, Nirmala Devi, Shilki Devi, Dangmi Grace, Ratan Bala Devi, their skipper, Roja Devi, Shivani Devi, Anju Shanu, and Lintoi Devi. For Haryana, it's Shreya Huda, who's the captain and is also under the sticks. Then Shamiksha, Renu, Neha, Varshika, Shailaja, Kajal, Pooja, Jyoti, Aarti, and Sharda. They have quite a side, both these teams. For Haryana, it's about battling the might and supremacy of Manipur. For Manipur, though, it's once again just what would we say? Like just as another one of those fixtures where they would like to express themselves with their utmost glory. To be honest, the two team managers leading Manipur from the sidelines is Itocha Singh, and he would be flanked by his team manager Bembem Devi, wherein the or the coach for Haryana is none other than Ravi Kumar Punia, and he is going to be flanked by Manpreet Kaur. So yes, with all of that being said, we'll quickly introduce you to the formats, or to the strategy that will be deployed by the two sides. Haryana, they are going forward with a 4-3-3 formation. They have got Kajal and Varshika on the far wides, and then they have got the likes of Shailaja, Aarti, Jyoti in the midfield, and certainly Neha and Pooja on the flanks, with Renu leading the charge up front. Also, one particular name that have been missed out, and that is Sharda, who's also in the defense, who's going to be partnering Samiksha. So, which means it's going to be a 4-3-3. That means an attacking unit for Haryana. For Mizoram, however, they've got the traditional 4-2-2 formation with Lintoi Devi under the sticks, and then Papki Devi, Shilki Devi, Nirmala, and Kritina. In the defense, Kritina and Papki playing out wide, while Shilki and Nirmala being the two centre backs. Shivani Devi and Dangmei Grace are going to run and blaze fire on the flanks, wherein Anju Chanu and Ratan Bala Devi are going to be the heart of the engine room of Mizoram. And it goes without saying, their captain Bala Devi also one of the leading goal scorers of the tournament, will be spearheading the charge right up there alongside Roja Devi, which means it is going to be a battle of two sides with renewed purposes. It's going to be a battle of
Ladies
two
and
teams
gentlemen,
who
please
has it all,
welcome
what is
today's
needed to show to the
Manipur and
opposition that they
Haryana.
are the very best. While the teams take the center stage, though, a few quick facts that can possibly go ahead and set you up for this grand fixture, and that is en route to the finale here. Haryana, or rather, we'll start off with Manipur. Manipur eventually played out the first round. That was when they went on to top Group A with 3 victories out of 3 matches played and 9 points secured. But more importantly, they went on to score 27 goals from the 9 matches in the group stages. Following that, they went into the final round and they eventually went on to put up another significant display, topping Group A, wherein Haryana topped Group B with 13 points from 5 matches. They didn't play out the initial rounds, and as the players make their way to the center, let's quickly introduce you all to the squadrons of reckoning, to the two teams who's been at their peak, who's been at their finest. Of course, there's been a brush of fortune as well with them, but as they say, when the two juggernauts collide, you always need to come up with the finest.
Ladies and gentlemen, once more, Manipur with white colored jersey and Haryana with red-black jersey combination.
And we were talking about scoring goals whatsoever. Just to give you all a heads up, the captain of Manipur, that's a unit for Haryana, of course, they've got pretty broad smiles across their visages, and why not? They've shown experience, but at the same time, they'll have to keep in mind that they're up against one of the finest sides of the tournament, and they will certainly not have it easy. With the likes of Dangmei Grace, with the likes of Bala Devi. Bala Devi has scored 17 goals so far in this tournament. It just tells you how good she is. And yes, it's time for the toss. The two captains out in the center. Shreya Huda marshalling the troops for Haryana, and Bala Devi, the experienced Bala Devi, spearheading Manipur. And should be told, when it comes down to the match officials as well for this grand finale, we have got quite a few experienced names in the mix. It's going to be Ruba Devi, who's going to be the referee for the day. And alongside Ruba Devi, it's going to be Shushmita Rai and Shima Bairagi as the assistant referees. And the fourth official is Kanika Burman. The match commissioner for the grand finale is Wendy Sunta Di Costa, and the referee assessor is Bentla Decot. With all of that being said, final minutes. A few final minutes ahead of this important fixture. And it is going to be Haryana who will get us underway here at the Kishore Bharati Kridangan in Kolkata. We welcome you all to the city of joy, where the sport of joy takes center stage. As the Summit Clash loads, quickly introducing you all to the two sides and their colors. Attacking on the frame from the right to the left, dressed in their flamboyant red, are Haryana, and attacking on your frame from the left to the right, dressed in a color that eventually signifies peace. But when they take the yard, it's all about ferocious rivalry, is Manipur. And it's going to be Pooja from Haryana, who will be kickstarting proceedings here with the kickoff. And there you go, we are underway here at the Kishore Bharati Kridangan, and Haryana straight away means business. A long ball that was attempted to try and penetrate the Manipuri defense early in the game, but then it's not going to be too easy for them either. They'll have to fight with every possible weapon in their arsenal. That's another fine delivery, but then it eventually falls in favor of the Manipur defense. And Manipur, cool and calm and composed, knows what needs to be done. Haryana, though, wanted to push forward slightly harder, but it was not to be. Haryana knows in order to beat a team like Manipur, there are a few strategies that can be resorted to. Obviously, one of them is to try and score an early goal, because when you're playing against a juggernaut that has went on to win the tournament a staggering 7 times, you have to score early, because once you start scoring early, then what happens is, for any giant, ideally the kind of strategy that they come to the fixture with, that strategy entirely changes. And they start looking around for alternatives. They start thinking about what can be a possible route to try and break free the resilience, or try and get that all important equalizer, and then eventually they end up committing error. So that should be the case. Haryana now trying to barge all the way from the left. This can be an opportunity. Neha on the ball comes forward with the cross, but not much there that can eventually test the likes of Lintoi Devi. Lintoi clears it and eventually sends it further forward. Shivani on the ball. Shivani taking her time, wanted to go forward and knit a forward release there. Was hoping that Anju Chanu, who's also plied her trade for railways, could have eventually gone for, but that was not to be the case. It's a throw in now in favor of Manipur, and they'll have their time. It's going to be none other than Papki Devi, or rather Pakpi Devi, apologies for that. Another throw in there. Haryana just being cautious here, just trying to ensure the fact that Manipur doesn't really have that free flowing football that they really love to play. This is one good thing about Manipur. Once they slot themselves in the free flowing brand of football, what follows suit can really be menacing. Here's Pakpi Devi once again with a quick long throw there. And Manipur still to get the foothold of the ball there, to be honest. Still to get in that composure, still to get in that calm zone that eventually allows them to set that platform in order to shoot, to set that blaster so that they can go all guns blazing out at their opponents. They are still not controlling the possession at the moment, though Haryana is controlling the possession. But again, in fixtures like this, it's not the possession, it's not playing well, it's not creating those pockets of spaces. Of course, it's critical in terms of dominating your opposition, but it is goals that win you the match. Whichever teams eventually keeps their nerves are the ones that go on to win the tournament, are the ones that go on to win the match. Once again, Pakpi Devi in action, and she's going to send it downtown. Easy pickings. Idea was to try and find a teammate in the form of Roja. But Roja took a bit longer than expected, and then Anju Chano was kind of outmuscled in that occasion. Not much that could have been done, but then Haryana quick to the rescue. Once again, trading that away for a throw in, which means another opportunity for Manipur to take a throw in and get the ball back in the field of play. However, back with Haryana again, slightly scrappy, kind of an edgy, kind of a cagey start as well, an edgy and cagey, to be honest, because both the teams are kind of nervy going forward, not really bearing out their arsenal. Then a possible shot could have been lined up. A nice setup, to be honest, but then it wasn't exactly in the galloping strides of the incoming Manipuri player there. After the goalkeeper, all the way back to Lintoi Devi. And that will go out for a throw in. Another throw to be taken, quickly taken there. Good work by Kritina. Back with Manipur. Now Manipur just trying to accentuate their uh, possessional football there. Not really a perfect header, kind of very lackluster, very half-hearted on that occasion. Back to Manipur, however, Manipur can now stem forward, trying to find out spaces. It's not to be. was another fine run there, and it has been taken care of. It goes out for a throw in. 5 minutes of action. Back with Haryana on the charge. And Shailaja is going to be the one with the throw in. Shailaja takes it quickly. Again, a pretty lackadaisical attempt there. Oh, this could have been slightly tricky on that occasion, and the ball's fallen back for Haryana though. Shailaja was almost about to create that opening, but now it seems like Manipur will be on their way forward. Another release, but then again, haywire to be honest. Not really happy with herself on that occasion, Ratanbala Devi. Now Haryana back on the charge. This game has been kind of to and fro so far from one end to the other. Manipur as well didn't really create something significant yet. Didn't really dictate and dominate what is supposed to be the case. Another long ball there, and it looks like a bit of a hit there at the moment. In the gut for Pooja. Pooja's back up. It's going to be a free kick here for Haryana. Tall and towering Bala Devi. And she can launch those free kicks into the mix once she scores 17 goals in the tournament. I mean, of course, when Manipur gets them, not really right now. And it's going to be a free kick at the moment for Haryana, as confirmed earlier. Kajal will be the one who has been designated with the responsibility of trying to use this in order to get their noses ahead. Here comes Kajal. But to be honest, a very emasculated effort allows... Oh, that is tricky. That is something that we weren't expecting at all. It looks like while Shilki Devi was trying to defend that, was trying to chest it down, the ball must have caught her hand in the process. Well, the hand was certainly away from her body. Now, while she chested it, that ball kind of rolled out to her hands. It looked something like that. And of course, the referee will have a better view of that, which means Haryana has actually got a very impressive position to have the free kick. A bit of pressure building around Manipur at the moment. And this can be really ominous at the moment for the 7-time champions. Here's a chance for Haryana. Samiksha has it all lined up. Where does she go forward? There comes the shot, pretty much on the flatter trajectory there, and eventually doesn't just jam it into the wall, but what she does is she couldn't even get the desired height on the ball, and that bobbles off. Another opportunity there, Haryana just trying to sneak in something, just trying to figure out what can be that opening. Back to the goalkeeper again, Lintoy Devi. Another experienced campaigner under the sticks. And this is where somehow Manipur has the edge. They've got so many big names. That's a phenomenal release. This can be a potential chance for Manipur though. They're trying to set up and eventually the back pass. It could have been better, but not to be. Haryana. For now, good to go. But then Manipur back on the ball again. Once again, onto that far left. Looking forward with a cross. Goes for a feint. Succeeds as well. Back with Manipur. A setup was possible there out in that midfield, but they're back on the ball. This can be a chance there. Roja Devi wanted to release the ball forward. Here comes a long range, but that certainly is not going to beat the likes of Shreya Huda. Shreya Huda has been one of the finest under the sticks as well. And given the fact that she's pretty tall and pretty towering, her reach kind of makes it up. A fine effort though from Bala Devi, but then you would expect much better from her. Because at the end of the day, it's big names like Shreya Huda and Bala Devi, the ones who create the difference. Of course, we can't forget the likes of Dangmei Grace either. Another big name, Anju Chano, who's plied a trade for railways. So yes, Manipur is quite a star-studded side, to be honest. And Lintoy Devi as well. She's been playing, she's been in the circuit for a while now. Back with Manipur again. Manipur taking their time. That's a phenomenal release again up front. Good work there by Baladevi. Keeps control of the ball. Shows crafty footwork there. And now sets it up onto the right. Kritina. Kritina looking for help. Help arrives in the form of Roja Devi. And now sending it further forward. Dangmei Grace with the cross. Danger was looming large there. This is what happens when Manipur starts going forward, charging on all cylinders. And this is what you have to watch out for. That wasn't a decent control there from Kritina, but Kritina has managed to get hold of the ball. But the foul there on Kajal wasn't exactly the kind of challenge that the referee was expecting. She's blown the whistle. It's going to be a free kick in favor of Haryana. Haryana will have to be careful here. They will need their guards up high. They cannot let their guards up down against Manipur because they started on well. But just because you've started well doesn't mean that you have won and you've gone forward and won the game for your team. You have to keep on doing it inside out. You have to keep on doing it for 90 minutes straight if you have to keep Manipur at bay. Not a decent pass, but it eludes everyone in the process. Another throw in though for Manipur at the moment. Manipur taking their time, trying to carve open those small pockets of spaces. Kritina sends it further forward. A bit of a misjudgment there, allowing Shivani Devi to race to that. But by the time Shivani Devi could latch onto that, the flag's gone up, flagging offside, which means another bit of reprieve at the moment for Haryana. Haryana started the game well enough. They went forward, knocking on the doors time and time again. But then eventually, those knocks kind of remained pretty faint-hearted, pretty lackluster, pretty half-hearted, to be honest. They couldn't really turn them into bangs. And now slowly and steadily, Manipur has their eyes on. And they are shooting for glory. But eventually, it's a 90 minutes fixture. So till the time the ball goes into the back of the net, it is very, very difficult to decide who is going to be the one who would eventually walk out victorious. These two teams, they've already met once in this tournament. We'll get back to that, though. This can be a possible chance. Another long ranger, and Shreya Huda had a bit of challenge there. The ball was kind of low, kind of dipping and dying on her. Then she kept a keen watch on the ball and eventually averted any possible danger. And yes, the last time these two teams met in the group stages, Manipur went on to beat Haryana by a solitary goal, which just tells you that how closely these two teams are matched and how closely these two teams can eventually go at each other's jugulars with their claws and fangs bared. And it looks like there was a bit of hold up in the play. The referees went up and she would like to have a word. What exactly is the case? We'll try and quickly confirm on that occasion though. It looks like a free kick actually has been awarded to Manipur, and it's just from the edge of the box. Yeah, it's just from the edge of the box, which is pretty surprising. I'll try and show you the replay if possible. But this can be a potential opening at the moment. And look who's all set. The captain we were talking about a few moments ago. It is Bala Devi who has her eyes zeroed in on the target. And Bala Devi, in fact it looks like Bala Devi has moved away from the ball. There comes the chance and it's rammed straight into that wall there. Which means Haryana escapes by the skin of their teeth. Then Manipur just starting to build the pressure, just starting to amplify the intensity that you would expect them to eventually go forward with. Another throw-in at the moment. It's Pakpi Devi. Goes forward, gets it quickly in place. Does well. That's another fine shot there. Shreya Huda could have been in trouble. Then someone who's as vigilant as Shreya is, it's really not easy to beat her with shots like that. You got to do better than that. That's what the save, or that's what the statement should have been from her. But she wrapped her gloves around the ball. Could have been tricky. Good looking shot, powerful strike to be honest, but I reckon the placement wasn't right. The placement was slightly awry on that case. And back with Haryana again. Oh, that should be a foul. That has to be a foul. No questions about that, because Renu clearly had the advantage, and the yellow card has also come out. I mean, you have to understand, because that could have been a goal-bound move. So once you are on the goal-bound move, once you are engaged, that can create potential harm to your opposition, then a challenge like that will have its repercussions. Free kick at the moment for Haryana, and it looks like it's going to be Neha to whip that in. And Neha launches that into the box. The goalkeeper barely keeping that away. Lintoy Devi, danger's not over though. And now it's taken care of. Only as far as that halfway mark, as Haryana once again comes knocking on the doors, but eventually Manipur has cleared their lines and will allow their opposition to breathe free. But what a chance that was! What a brilliant free kick that was! It needed some saving there from Lintoy Devi. And Lintoy Devi almost charging out of the line. Did well on that occasion, but by the time she could palm that away, it felt like there were a couple of question marks out there on the radar. Another long cross back to Haryana. Haryana is looking a lot more dangerous now, and this time a free kick will go Manipur's way. "17 minutes so far, and as things stand at the moment, Manipur and Haryana are still to open the deadlock." Ranger back with Baladevi. Baladevi receives the ball, twists and turns, and then releases it onto the far right. A bit of question marks there, but eventually another Manipuri player, Roja Devi, has eventually arrived in position. Another cross, and very lucky, to be honest. He didn't really have the power or the sting to reach out to player who was stationed out in the central channel, and it looks like someone from Haryana has gone down and will be needing some treatment. Bala Devi also has possibly copped a blow onto the back of her head. She's down, and that is kind of alarming for both the sides. Good to see that Sharda is back up on her feet, and so is Bala Devi. And it's all set again. It's going to be a free kick in favor of Haryana. It's going to be some mixture with that free kick. That eventually goes out off play. Throw in at the moment for Manipur. They'll take their time again. Does that not really the most controlled throws, to be honest. But truth be told, Haryana couldn't capitalize either. And Manipur kind of just withdrawing themselves from the attacks, because if you see that last defensive maneuver, that was kind of questionable there. This can be a chance though for Manipur. An opportunity brewing on the horizon. That's a nice setup. Once again, Baladevi does well. Releases a fine ball. Opportunity to get the goal with Shreya Huda. Phenomenal save there. Young Mace is right out there, waiting for the delivery, and as soon as Bala Devi latched onto it, picture perfect, it's almost served on a silver platter. And Grace, the fine shot, and Shreya Huda with an even finer save, trading it away for a corner. It's going to be Grace again with the corner kick. Graceful throw in the box. Shreya steps out of her line, punches that away. It's going to be a throw-in in favor of Manipur. The last 10 minutes have definitely belonged to Manipur. They have drummed up the charges. They have looked pretty good and solid. And most importantly, they have started sniffing out the chinks in the defensive armor of Haryana. That's where they are trying to eventually out-muscle their opposition. Maybe every single time she's held the ball in that central channel, and the way she's released, that has seemed pretty menacing. That's a free kick though in favor of Haryana. Questions are starting to build. Questions are starting to loom larger than ever. And these teams, they will have to figure out a way forward. Downtown, and eventually Haryana on the ball. That is a long delivery. Linthoi Devi had to cover some ground and almost ended up spilling the ball there. Neha just trying the luck there in case if the ball actually did get spill up. She could have actually latched on to that, but eventually she'll have to also ensure the fact that the ball has clearly spilled out. But in football, that is a body contact sport. You would see charges like this. You would see and they will be knocking on the doors no matter whatsoever are the repercussions. It's going to be a goal kick for eventually goes out. Oh, it looks like throw-in has gone Manipur's way actually. Must have taken very slight deflection along the way. Throw-in at the moment, Kritina Devi. Forward, and a bit of chaos, a bit of frenzy just in front of the Haryana goal. The ball has been frequenting that area for a while now. And Haryana has been pretty much on the back foot. Another setup. The ball's fallen back for Manipur. Decent footwork there, dribbles past her opposition. Another lovely ball onto the far right. It's Dangmei Grace again. Dangmei Grace with the cross. Opportunity. Just eluding the extended reach of Shreya Huda. Could have been trouble there. And what a delivery from Grace. Picture perfect. Destined to be at the noggin of the incoming player. Fine header just above the desired target. On coming closer than ever, and Haryana is barely clawing things out. Back with Manipur again. Roja Devi on the ball. Nice bit of twist and turn before she released it. Ratan Bala Devi went slightly haywire on that occasion. Could have done better. There wasn't much pressure. She could have found out a nearby option. Back with Manipur. Roja Devi almost backing single-handedly on that occasion. She had help in the form of Shivani coming across, but then I reckon Shivani wasn't exactly in a position to receive that ball. Taking their time again. Manipur building from the back, and now it's been all Manipur of late. Good work there onto the far right. An opportunity for Manipur to just use that central channel if possible. But Haryana's defense truth be told, have been extremely resilient. Manipur may have come mighty close on quite a few occasions, particularly a couple of minutes ago when Dangmei Grace had the ball right at her feet, and the way she set it up, that was glory for the sore eyes. Fortunately though, it just went a couple of yards over. Another quick throw and taken, but Haryana does well, staunch in their resolve. And the way they are defending at the moment, that is just brilliant to watch. Back with Manipur again. I mean, truth be told, Manipur has really shown how to turn the tide, because initially Haryana had a bit of possession, had a few attacks going their way. That's another wrong release there, and a long race as well, and Haryana does well on that occasion, but every single time they've got the likes of Grace charging down that right wing. It has been absolutely brilliant. She is just too good, and she is just too fine. And the way she is combining with Bala Devi, that's also a learning lesson. That is just too good to watch. With every passing minute though, Manipur is trying to create something significant. That's another forward release. Bala Devi does well to latch on to it and then set up Roja Devi up front. The idea from Roja Devi was something similar, to try and set back the Bala Devi on the charge. But then again, I reckon she kind of got stuck and she didn't have the desired leeway up front. Truth be told, as things stand, it's still all fair and square here at Kishore Bharati Krirangan. And eventually, Shreya Huda will pick it up and deny Roja Devi a shy glory. Sends it upfield there. Not much. Oh, that's a poor giveaway. That could have been far better. Jyoti conceding possession, which means Manipur will have another shy at going forward, invading the opposition defense and try and pickpocket them of the resolve, of the unyielding resolve that they have knitted. Now that inside turn there from the Manipuri player, that was kind of tricky, couldn't really control that, which allowed Haryana to close her down. And eventually that long ball that she played, that was under the pump, that was not well controlled. Good pressure coming in from Haryana as well. And now Haryana goes forward with a long ball. Is there a potential scoring chance that is being instructed? No, oh, not to be but talk about being astonished, talk about being gobsmacked, coming like a bolt from the blue. There was a Haryana markswoman rather, who was right up, waiting for an opportunity, like a predator awaits in the ambush for a prey. Small parts of the game and how critical they can be. That last attack kind of showed it all. Throw in at the moment for Manipur. Taken quickly. Another cross comes floating into the mix, but the Haryana defense standing tall on that occasion. Again, a nice bit of setup. Here comes another long ranger, but Shreya Huda, she has her bases covered, and she also has whatever additional edges the bases have got, that covered as well. It's all the way back to the goalkeeper, Lintoi Devi. She was summoned into action a few seconds ago, and she did well actually. The way she covered the ground, the way she covered the ball, the way she shielded the ball, I mean, that was just impeccable. That was a treat. That was a sight for the sore eyes. Back with Roja Devi again. Roja takes the ball, gets back and sends it further. Okay, that's good interception there, but not for long. The ball falls back for Manipur. And now Manipur eyeing that far left. And eventually ends up depositing it at the feet, at the behest of Shreya Huda, who's had a pretty decent game so far. Was tested on a couple of occasions but came out with flying colours. Shreya sends it further forward. And now Haryana hoping against hope. And they break that unbreachable fortress of Manipur. Well, looks like a bit of challenge has been done, and the yellow card comes out. It has been shown to Kritina Devi. She's not particularly happy with that charge. Thankfully for her, the free kick has gone.
It's a tie for
We'll have to wait and watch.
drinks break.
For now though, it's the water break. Yes, it is the water break, which means the players get to inject a bit of, or soak in rather, a bit of fluids into their system, keep hydrated, and then come back with renewed vim and vigor. Instructions from the assistant referees as well. And what a tournament this has been. It has been absolutely brilliant. It has been a treat for the sore eyes as well. Again, the discussions continue between Kritina and the referee. I think Kritina will have to try and understand that once the referee has made the decision, once she's made up her mind and the card has been shown, there's not much that will change. And it's going to be a free kick here for Haryana. And a free kick from a pretty decent juncture. A pretty decent position there. Renu with the free kick, question marks! And Lintoy Devi pulls off a very, very crucial save there. Drills it away for a corner. Once again, a fine free kick. Look at this. Almost laser-like precision. Beats the wall, and look at the curve on the ball. It was kind of straighter in trajectory, but that curve out there, particularly in the dying embers of the trail, that was just brilliant, just phenomenal. Another corner kick here. Floated into the mix, danger looming large. But Manipur does well to eventually defend their shores. Roja on the ball. Controlled delivery up front. The idea was to try and set up Anju Chanu. She'll have to do better than that. Baladevi dropping back to the midfield, pretty deep enough. Grace this time did get at the receiving end of it. Haryana on the prowl. A bit of exchanges, and eventually the ball trickles out off the fence, leading to a throw-in. Big throw-in taken there by Haryana. Try and come all the way from the right, and it eventually gets out of the bounds. It's going to be a free kick at the moment for Manipur. launches that further forward, but not with much avail, not too much avail rather. Good interception there from Haryana. Kajal does well. And now Kajal sends it further forward onto the left. A long race, to be honest. And Neha, despite putting her jets on, she was not able to make it on time. The ball trickled out of play. Back with Grace again. Grace sets it back to Ratan Bala Devi. Ratan Bala Devi. Back to Kritina. Kritina was booked a few moments ago. Back to Grace again. Playing it amongst themselves, keeping hold of the possession. Good press again from Haryana. And guess what? Surprising Manipur. They have won a throw-in for themselves. I think the coach of Manipur is just trying to make a point here. That last touch must have come from Haryana. It's a nice looking, good looking long ball forward. Haryana still keeps possession. A fine run there. Neha almost about to reach. Just when the flag went up, tantalizing her. Eventually the ball gets out of her grasp. 9 minutes of regulation time remaining, and whatsoever will be added on. Free kick for Manipur, considering the fact that it was an offside a few moments ago. And to be honest, Manipur has looked dangerous in batters. There has been a good show off, or there's been a good combination between Baladevi and Dangmei Grace, but then every single time they have dropped back to defense, there have been a few questions asked. Now the throw in. And good defending once again from Haryana. They're relentless here. They're up against a couple of finest footballers in the country in the women's excellence. And look at how they are coming up trumps. They're responding. This is another loose delivery there. And a major alarming area at the moment for Manipur rather. That those chinks out in the armor, I think they are opening up, and they'll have to take care of that if they have to keep Haryana at bay in the finale. That clearly looked like a pretty clean tackle. No questions asked. Back with Haryana again. Samiksha sends it further forward. No worries, however, for Manipur. Lentoi Devi will come out of a line and eventually collect that without breaking a sweat. And he sends it downtown, hoping that our players would be at the receiving end. Sadly, it was not the exact thing, to be honest. Kajal gets us back in motion. And Kajal sets up Shailaja. Shailaja with another long ball. This time the flag has stayed down. Neha with another cross, but straight into the arms of Lentoi Devi. And I think this is again where a lot of differences get created. Because if you take a look at the two goalkeepers, and I reckon Shreya Huda is more of a shot stopper, a very eminent shot stopper. She's got a towering presence under the sticks. But getting back to Lentoi Devi, she's a sweeper keeper. Now once we have a sweeper keeper in our mix, he's going to cover a lot of grounds inside the box, which also kind of makes her vulnerable to those misjudged outings. So that is where I think everything has its perks and everything has its like pros and cons. That's what we're saying. Good defending again from Haryana there. Good high press coming in from Shivani Devi, but keeping their heads under the pump. They have taken care of whatsoever dangers loomed large on the horizon. Manipur. Another long ball onto that right wing. The only problem with those long balls that have been sent onto the right wings is that other than just couple of deliveries that Dangmei Grace latched onto, the rest of the balls have been pretty haywire. This can be a good platform Manipur unloading a shot. The lining up looked pretty good. The angle was difficult. She had to cut back in a bit more before she could have unloaded that shot. Unfortunately, that was not the case. She wanted to take a shot. She wanted to try and probe Shreya Huda with a long ranger. And truth be told, that was quite a long ranger. With shots like that, it's kind of difficult to beat someone as good as Shreya Huda. Manipur now from the left. Now that is a brilliant ball there. Danger's not over though. Manipur still keeps on coming at their opposition, and that ball could have been better delivery, to be honest. But that is a really fine ball that came in all the way from the left, and Manipur almost figuring out the way to try and score. Manipur's not done yet. Another cross from the left. Bala Devi at the receiving end, and she has been out-muscled. This is again some good wing play, to be honest, from Manipur. And Haryana had a bit of break going their way after that attack. It's going to be a throw-in. Final 3 minutes of regulation time remaining in the first half. It's going to be Kajal with the throw-in, the left back. She's done a fine work so far. And I think all the defenders, Kajal, Samiksha, Sharda, another cross comes in into the box. Oh, it came out of nowhere. Initially looked pretty toothless, to be honest. But had Lintoy Devi not charged out of a line, you never know what was there in the offing. Looming motion for that one. Rather long ball, Roja Devi at the end of it. And a duel between Roja Devi and Samiksha there on the far left. Roja Devi waiting for help. Help arrives. Another fine ball from the left. Bala Devi with the side volley. Could have been dangerous if she was connected well enough. Now Bala Devi, she is looking a lot more menacing. She is showing her true colors and the signature of a true great that she brings to the game with a fine receive, a lovely bit of setup, and a wonderful shot. Unfortunately, that wasn't well controlled. Got underneath the ball, and if you're getting underneath the ball tends to take a higher elevation than you would expect. Done by Grace. Back on the ball. And now Grace back with Ratan Bala Devi. Grace from the right. Here comes the cross. Goal scoring opportunity, but it flashes across everyone there. No Manipuri player at the receiving end of the delivery as it goes out off play. They've done a fine work when it comes to stalling the opposition, when it comes to defending their own in this first half. That's a bit of chaos out there. Eventually the free kick going in favor of Haryana, and they take it very quickly. The referee has blown the whistle. Haryana has got the likes of Samiksha. Can go forward with that free kick. It's going to be Samiksha as Aarti has stepped forward. Samiksha sends in that long free kick there, and guess what? The ball had a bit of curve on that as well. What a moment it would have been if that curve would have been a bit more than usual. That will go out of play.
Step on.
3 minutes has been added on as extra time there. So 3 minutes for both the teams to try and find something in their favor. Good work again. At the moment, doing well there. Anju Chanu sends it further forward. Shivani on the ball. Shivani waiting for some help. And before it could have reached back to Anju Chanu. Good defending there. Coming in from Haryana. At the expense of a throw-in. And the throw-in was taken quickly, but not exactly where they would have wanted it to be. This can be an opportunity. Cross comes in from the left. And it was slightly off the radar. Could have been trouble if that cross was moving in slightly away from the goal, trying to converge or trying to curve towards the players who are waiting out there. Dangmei Grayson the ball again and has been denied. An entrance by Neha, who's dropped back quite a bit. Out of corner, and Dangmei Grace on the ball. Every single time she's either latched onto the ball or she's floated those from the right. There has been danger. Oh, that's a good looking shot on the turn there. There's Roja Devi at the receiving end. Dangmei Grace on the ball again, and the tussle continues. Onto the right, there's another cross. Well denied. The duo of Sharda performing pretty well alongside Pooja there to deny Dangmei Grace a free-flowing run in the box there. Grace with another corner. And step in, header comes floating in, danger's not over. Chaos altogether in the box, and Manipur has latched onto the ball. Pakpi Devi trying her very best to keep the possession at her feet, but she will need some help, and eventually help has arrived, but then by the time the throw could be initiated,
In the first half,
that
after
has
completion
gone out
of first
of play.
half, result in this moment, Manipur.
A pretty fine first half of football, both the teams matching each other ounce for ounce, pound for pound, pound for pound. They're not giving up. This is how it all started, both the sides coming close on multiple occasions, but yet both the sides are yet to find that opening, yet to secure that goal scoring prowess there. This was one of those long ranges from Bala Devi that invoked a crucial save from Shreya Huda. This was possibly one of the finest chances created, and Dangmei Grace was denied by Shreya in sensational way altogether. And a fine setup. This header was so close there. Shreya had the bases covered, but then again there were a few question marks. This free kick every single time they were able to unload a shot, there were troubles brewing. And this was, had she kept it on target, it could have been a real treat to watch. In those corner, this was that attempt that was kind of botched up. But that's that as things stand at the end of the first half, as it's still 0-0. Manipur and Haryana locked at an impasse. We'll quickly dive into a short breather and return with the second half of action. Welcome back, everyone. We are all set for the second half of this grand finale of the 28th Senior Women's NFC Championship. And at the moment, just to give you all a quick heads up, Haryana and Manipur are locked in a ferocious battle. The first half still is locked at 0-0, which means there will be all to play for in the second half. So keep an eye out on the screens. And it is Manipur who gets us underway, attacking from the right to the left. And attacking on your frame from the left to the right in their reds is Haryana. Manipur can come forward with an opportunity. They were looking for a long ranger, but they ended up getting underneath the ball again, just chipping it forward. Back with Manipur again, taking their time. Another fine release onto the far left. There comes the cross, but headed away to safety by Haryana. And a long ranger. Oh, what a shot that was! Struck the woodwork, and Shreya Huda was under the pump. There wasn't the cleanest of clearances there. Roja Devi with a rip-roaring strike. And Shreya just blowing it out. The mere touch of a fist there as the ball went on to hammer away at the woodwork before falling in for rebounds. They've just started the second half, and what a grander looking start this has been already. Back with Manipur again. Manipur taking their time. Back with Roja Devi. Roja sends it back. A desperate attempt coming in from Renu. Manipur almost relentless at the moment. They are going for every possible ball. And that was slightly tricky there. There was a bit of body block, but the referee deems it absolutely fit and fine to play. That's a fine release and good work as well. Dropping the shoulder there, Shivani Devi. But eventually, after doing that, she couldn't really go forward with all the force in her arsenal. That should be a foul. That clearly was a foul. No questions asked, and Shivani Devi just not able to control that. She was beaten on that occasion. Look at this one. Receives it nice and fine. And there you go. Yes, goes without a question. Jyoti was the one who was brought down. Another long ball. And now Haryana trying to counter the resurgence of Manipur in the second half. Haryana all the way from the right. Renu on the ball. Renu sends it further forward. Trying to drive inside the center. Trying to drive inside the half. It was Pooja who had a right set. But then she must have mistimed that run. The flag goes up. It's going to be an offside and a free kick in favor of Manipur. Minutes on the clock, so obviously it comes up with a lot of more pressure. Every passing minute will eventually go forward and pressurize Manipur, because they know that they will have to finish this game inside the 90 minutes. The more they drag it, the more they delay in scoring that opening goal. That means they're giving away the confidence to Haryana. And to be honest, Haryana actually has been a resounding side today. They have fought hard enough. They have unloaded every possible opportunity that has come their way. And this can be a chance for Haryana though. Renu from the right comes in with a cross. Lintoi Devi coming out of a line, eventually misjudging. And that was taken care of. Good opportunity there, but it goes begging. Back with Manipur again. Once again, Manipur just trying to make the move. And this means Manipur will have a bit of clear space ahead of them. That's a fine set on the right there. Dangmei Grace, the experienced campaigner. Here comes another lovely cross, but no one was at the receiving end of it. Goal kick in favor of Haryana. Both the teams, they've kind of knocked around on the doors pretty fine enough. Both the teams have just tried to use whatsoever weapon was available at their behest. Now the forward release there, all the way from Pakpi Devi. But it goes out of play. Goal kick in favor of Haryana. I think the kind of precision that you would really like to have in the final half, in the final third, that is somehow missing. A good push at the moment. Back with Manipur, all the way from the right there, a long ball, but that will go all the way back to Shreya Huda. Good coverage, eventually falls back to Haryana. Bit of stutter, but Renu does well. All the way back to Lintoi. Oh, that could have been tricky. Neha was bursting forth to life, and Lintoi Devi had a bit of bump there that she had to take care of. The danger signs were kind of flashing. Now Manipur back on the ball, all the way from the left. Manipur with Roja Devi, who had a brilliant shot denied. And now Shivani from the left sends it into the mix. But again, good defending, watchful defending from Haryana. Possession has fallen back for Manipur. They would like to build from the left. Pakpi on the ball. And goes all the way to Ratan Bala Devi. Ratan Bala sends it forward. The idea was to try and find Bala Devi at the receiving end of it. But then, not really the best of through balls there. I mean, when it comes to excitement, when it comes to thrill and intensity, there has been no dearth of it whatsoever. But when it comes to finishing, when it comes to that final finish, that is all over the place for both the sides. It's not that there hasn't been any goal mouth actions. There have been ample bit of it. Again, very, very miscontrolled pass there. This may allow Haryana to try and break free from the clutches, but a very poor delivery, a kind of directionless delivery allows Manipur to regroup themselves. And now Shivani from the left. There's acres of space ahead of Shivani. It eludes everyone in the process. There was Bala Devi waiting at the receiving end. Not the best of clearances, not the best of defensive maneuvers either. That is a watery effort there. Could have been better than that. They're trying to beat Shreya from that range. You need to inject a lot more power. You need to inject a lot more placement. That's good receive there. Back with Manipur again. Dangmei Grace. Every time Dangmei Grace has been on the ball, the writings on the wall have been a lot more obvious for Haryana. But again, as they say that in football, no matter how good you play, how much ball possession you control, it won't matter. Throw-in for Haryana. Quickly taken, though the ball falls back to Manipur. Baladevi dropped back quite a bit there, almost as close to the center line there. Initially she was playing that withdrawal forward, but now she's operating more as the engine room there, more as the crux, more as the nuclei of that Manipuri attack. It's another fine ball forward, but nobody at the receiving end of it. The lines have been cleared temporarily. Haryana back on the ball there, intercepted, and now Manipur trying to build from the back. Roja Devi on the ball again, a directionless delivery, too many missed passes. This is the motive right now. Both the teams absolutely clueless. They are at ocean about passing, about direction, and it looks like their shooting systems have completely gone offline. I mean, this is when you're playing a top flight final like this, those passes has to be miles better. Nonetheless, it's understandable, the pressure's out there, the nerves out there. Haryana now coming in from the left. They go forward with the long ranger. Lintoi Devi was out of a line. Could have been trouble had the shot been on target. But then it was dragged wide, and not just by millimeters or centimeters or yards, it was dragged wide almost by light years there. But again, Lintoi Devi, for a moment it felt like she was almost caught off guard. What a sensational move in the making here for Haryana. That will go out of play. That's another poor delivery, to be honest. You've got to do it. That should be a handball. The referee says it's alright. It was unintentional. Now sends it, sets it up onto the left. Here comes the cross for Haryana. Leaps it up, opportunity, but Lintoi pulls off a crucial save again. And now Manipur is suddenly dangling by the skin of their teeth from a cliffhanger altogether. What an opportunity for Haryana to try and rattle the deadlock. Pooja couldn't really inject a bit more sting in the ball. If she would have done that, it could have been troubles for Manipur. But now Manipur has a chance. Roja Devi has a couple of players flanking her, and Bala Devi and Roja Devi had a bit of confusion there, almost running into each other, eventually letting the possession go. The ball's fallen back to them, and Haryana trying to intercept, but not for long. Back with Manipur again. Roja Devi this time with a cross, and it gets intercepted, and nobody chasing that. Dangmei Grace had a bit of sniff of that, but despite coming close, she was well defended. It's going to be a throw-in at the moment, and Dangmei Grace again going to be at the helm of it all. Grace takes the ball in, trying to set up a cross there, a bit of push, a bit of tug as well. Sends it into the box. Roja Devi with a bit of a flick there. It's alright. The referee says keep it going. Once again, she's gone down. The referee's blown the whistle, but it's against Roja Devi, which means the referee believes that was a dive and nothing else. It was basically simulation. Not really happy signs there. A bit of intransigence coming in from Samiksha. The tussle was between Jyoti and Roja Devi before she was joined by Kajal in the center. It's going to be a free kick in favor of Haryana now. We're almost about to complete 1 hour of football, 1 hour of brilliant football, to be honest, except the final instinct. This can be a brilliant ball there. Bala Devi was circling around inside the box, but not to be. And now Haryana trying to break free. It has been denied again. That's some critical juncture of the play at the moment. Both the sides will have to be careful. And a long way, Lintoi Devi is a long way away from her line there, and she sets up Pakpi Devi back on the ball. Haryana wins it back. Bala Devi though. Once again, wanted to set up Dangmei Grace onto the far right. A quick apology. Grace on the chase there. Can she keep it in play? Even if she could, the return ball was out of the field of play, which means a throw in at the moment for Haryana. And then quickly taken in, back with Haryana. From the left. Taking their time. Controlled steps there. But they have given the possession away. Back with Baladevi. Baladevi launches it forward. Dangmei Grace racing on, scooting down from the right opportunity with Shreya Huda. Once again with a keen eye on the ball there. Very good goalkeeping, to be honest. Dangmei Grace, what an explosion of pace that was. Acceleration right on point. And a brilliant shot as well. And then Shreya Huda, absolutely sensational under the stakes. And there comes an across from the left, but then the fact that she lost her balance there, Roja Devi, it took the power off. Manipur once again trying to rebuild themselves. Baladevi controlling that midfield. The commander-in-chief, then she'll have to do better as well. When it comes to knitting together those final passes, things have been pretty awful. That's a fine bit of run. Haryana maybe on their way forward. Here comes the shot. Lintoy Devi barely closed that out. Could have been trouble in paradise for Manipur. What a stunning effort. And had it not been for the brilliance of Lintoy Devi, it could have been the first goal of the game. Neha, sensational effort. Corner at the moment for Haryana. Opportunity for them. They are also sniffing out blood on the horizon. And you never know how it comes. You never know how it opens up. It's very tricky, very risky, very edgy. Here comes Haryana with the corner. An important set piece. Floated into the mix, but it goes on to hit the side netting after all that excellent spell of play. It eventually boils down to a very poorly orchestrated corner. It's time for the goalkeeper now. The goalkeeper of Manipur, Lintoy Devi. She's had a busy day in office. They didn't concede a single goal in the group stages, which was just glorious to watch. But then now they are being challenged. And Lintoy Devi had to pull off a few crucial saves. Had it not been for her, I reckon Manipur could have been a sinking ship. Not the best of clearances, not at all. Ratan Baladevi, she needs to do better than that. Jyoti on the ball. Jyoti sends it forward again. Here comes Haryana, but has been denied, which means Manipur will have a bit of space going forward. Nice setup there. Manipur screams it forward. This can be a good run. Dangmei Grace has the edge, has the speed. One-on-one opportunity. Will that be a penalty? The referee has pointed to the dreaded spot. That is a penalty. And the red card will come out. I reckon there's not much that can be done on that occasion here. And this is a double blow. That was a clear goal-bound move, a one-on-one situation. There's not much that could have been done. She had to take one for the team. Look at this run from Dangmei Grace. As venomous as it gets, as brilliant as it gets, as stellar as it gets. A tug from the back there. And Samiksha will have to go back. This can be that opportunity, that lean window of opportunity that Manipur was so desperately looking for. And it's up to their skipper, Baladevi, who scored 17 goals so far in this edition of the tournament. Can she make it 18? All set with a purpose. The skipper this season, Baladevi. Can she spearhead her team into that crucial lead? It's captain v captain. Baladevi steps up and Shreya has holding that! Not once but twice! What a stunning moment in the game this is going to be! Haryana right on top of the game! That's what you call looking your counterpart in the eye! Looking your opposition in the eye! Look at this penalty! A very poorly taken penalty, no power whatsoever. Shreya Huda diving to the right side, and it's not that it was that only attempt. She had it again, the second ball fell right at her feet, and somehow all she could manage was a very misconstructed shot that was comfortably collected by a regrouping Shreya Huda. Stuff there. But once again, Tanmay Grace from the right. Here comes the cross opportunity. And now Shreya Huda boiling, brimming with confidence. She is not going to let it slide. She is not going to let those moments get out or get in her way of building history here. What a stunning bit of work there by the captain of Haryana. Even though the work has just begun. They are playing with 10 women now, which means they'll have to put in further juice in that defensive bulwark of theirs. And Manipur has the numerical superiority. They can attack a lot more than you would expect. And that's good work, but eventually again, they have clamped Roja Devi down. Back to Pakpi. Again, looking around for spaces. Lathan Baladevi sets up another fine forward ball. The idea was to try and set up Shivani onto the left, but again, good defending, which means a throw in for Manipur. We are just getting into that phase where the drama unfolds itself. There's another long cross, crucial defense there from Sharda there, and Sharda has traded it away for a corner kick, which means the danger still keeps on looming large. The penalty may have been saved, but is that the end of it? Not at all. That's just the beginning. Corner kick for Manipur. Floated into the mix there. Back with Baladevi, a very emasculated header. She's the captain of the side. She scored for sport and fun in this tournament before, and when it matters the most, somehow she is just wilted under pressure. And Haryana, like the look at the way they are just keeping things together right now with whatever resources that is available. Sharda screaming at the top of her lungs, rallying her troops forward. He's given the ball back to Tanmay Grace, and Grace has been so far the player for Manipur, the one to watch out for. Every single time she's latched on to the ball, every single time she's gone forward. That is just incredible. Grace sets up Anju Chanu. And now Anju Chanu on the ball, has a bit of space ahead of her, but runs into a melee of Haryana boots. This is another lovely delivery. This can be a chance for... She redeems herself! What a stunning strike on the half turn! And she has stunned Haryana's resilience. Time and time again she came knocking on the doors, but eventually it needed something special. And what a phenomenal goal on the half turn, eventually shattering down whatsoever blockage that HR or that Haryana could throw in their way. A strike that was always coming, a knock on the doors that was always there, has eventually given way to consistent pressure. A half-hearted cross into the box. It eluded Roja Devi. Look at Bala Devi. Look at the way she receives it. Takes a step, takes the ball on the turn, and then almost going off balance before she could go off balance. Bam! Right into the back of the net, propelling Manipur into a very slender lead. Can Haryana retaliate with similar force? Only time shall reveal it all. And now, you know, as they say, an earlier proverb in football used to be like, when you score, at times you are at your most vulnerable. The question is, or rather the better explanation I would say is, that when you score you start getting a lot more you start tempting yourself with more opportunities to score, and that is where it can all just go wrong because you are committing more numbers to the cause. This can be another chance all the way from the left. We had a lovely setback there. Look at how Grace has shuffled herself from the right to the left. Roja Devi wanted to set up there onto the far right, but this time was denied by a crucial intervention there. The ball still remains at the feet of Manipur. Nirmala Devi. Nirmala sets up another attacker all the way from the right. This time Anju Chanu was there at the receiving end. Haryana now can go forward, have a bit of space, eventually wanted to launch a long ball. We'll have to be careful about that offside trap. That was clearly offside, no questions asked. No way was the Haryana player making that run there. It was Neha who was trying to get that edge ahead of the watchful Manipuri defense.
Substitution for Haryana, jersey number 7, Renu. Substituted by jersey number 6, Rajini Bala.
Another opportunity for them to try and break free. Look at this goal once again. A pretty half-hearted cross into the box, and thankfully though Roja Devi didn't touch it. And that work from Bala Devi, impeccable stuff. Right at the receiving end, takes one ball, takes a step, sets it up, and then just before she loses all of her balance, back she goes right into that bottom left corner. No chance for the goalkeeper there. Shreya, she had a phenomenal day in office. Again, another fine run. Maybe an opportunity, and Shreya still keeps it out. What a glorious chance there. Shivani Devi had the chance to finish this game once and for all. Put it to bed. Again, not really the cleanest of collections there from Bala Devi, who had a kind of a tripled opportunity in the making. Throw in there. Final 19 minutes, and Haryana has their task cut out. If they are to come back stronger in the game, they will have to put more force whatsoever. And another fine run here. A lovely bit of work. Manipur can sense danger. Down may Grace with a long ranger this time. Trying her luck. Not to be. Whereas in the meanwhile, change has been affected by Haryana. They had to take that step to quickly confirm the substitution as well. However, Haryana now may have a bit of leeway going ahead of them. They have been denied, but look at that run there. However, they have been dispossessed. Good defensive work. And it looks like Renu, one of their forwards, have been taken off, and Rajni Bala is coming in, which means it's kind of a like-for-like substitution. Look at how much or how deep Bala Devi has dropped back. This is great to watch. Manipur now again from that left. Roja Devi has ample space ahead of her. She will be waiting for some help. A cross was being attempted, but good block there coming in from Kajal. I think Haryana will have to regroup themselves. If they are to remain in the hunt, they will have to fight. Because again, a one-goal cushion is never ever safe. It can change at any point in time. That was well controlled. Just to give you all a heads up, Manipur has been one of the most successful teams in the history of this tournament, and they would be eyeing for another. It's a water break as the players quickly take this break, just injecting a bit of fluids into their system to ensure that they are going to go forward with all guns blazing till the very end.
Manipur. Come on, Manipur!
Substitution for Manipur, jersey number 18, Kain Pam Anju Chanu, substituted by jersey
Another
number
goal kick at the
7,
moment for Haryana.
Lisa Babina Devi.
Another opportunity for them to try and build from the back. Can Manipur find that insurance goal? I think that would be putting this game to bed. They had the chance though. I mean, truth be told, they had the opportunity. It kind of went begging. Just a few moments ago, what a chance it was for Shivani Devi. But it wasn't at the end of the day, rather at the end of the day, it wasn't well taken. This can be another opportunity. Grace from the right. Grace with a fine setup. Could have been slightly better. What a glorious chance would that have been. Eventually it was not to be. And the change that we were talking about, Anju Chanu has been replaced by number 7, Babina Devi. And this can be that opening that Haryana have been so desperately looking forward to, but then Lintoy Devi, right exactly where you want her to be. Chauvin for Haryana. Send it for the 4, Manipur. Strong and steady, and here comes Manipur. Oh, that's a brilliant delivery. Bala Devi latching onto the ball. Shreya Huda can be under pressure. And another sensational save. Bala Devi is back on the ball again. Sets it up into the central channel, and that has been shot for the Stars. But what a stunning save from Shreya Huda. Despite the fact that she's conceded once, you've got a feel for her. She's been a reckoning force under the stakes, almost unbreachable. I reckon she must have had an injury, but what a glorious chance once again. Look at that run from Bala Devi. She was all set to unload that second goal, and yet somehow she finds the extended boot of Shreya Huda. She's been a captain in the word's truest sense. Excuse me for that. Closer look at the goal. A lovely setup by Anju Chanu. Oh, that was a miss rather. And there were quite a few misses actually that has happened. Or else this game could have been far over already. Back in the mix again. Haryana now sets up. Or rather, it is Manipur from the right. Another pretty directionless cross. They'll have to put a bit more directions on the ball there. Range is not over though. And here they come all the way from the right. Another cross denied, and by the time Bala Devi could have eventually reached. The ball was cleared away. 10 minutes of regulation time remaining in the second half. And then whatsoever will be added on, 4 to 5 minutes maybe. There's a chance. And now latching on to that. Bala Devi dropping deep again. The Bakpi Devi now. Then that has been denied. Another throw in for Manipur. I think the two wings have been so active for Manipur. This is where an entire game has changed. Once again, another fine setup there. Shivani Devi, just a few moments ago, she's missed a howler altogether. Danger's not over, and now the one that was the change that came in. Babina Devi was introduced in place of Anju Chanu. Back with Babina Devi, sends it forward to Bala Devi. Bala Devi has stationed it onto the right. Dangmi Grace with the shot again. Looked like a cross initially, but that wasn't. She was going for glory all by herself. Look at the chemistry now between the players. That is so good to watch. In Manipur, if this is the chemistry that they ride on, they say that football is a team game. You've got to go ahead and come together. Back with Bala Devi again. Releases that ball forward. And once again, Shivani on the ball, but it's a very masculine effort. Shreya quick to get out of her line and eventually launch it forward. They are playing with a woman down, which means they will need more urgency. They will need to be brave and audacious. But it'll go all the way back to Lentoi Devi. And she'll collect it and go down, as simple as that. Neha won't have a sniff of the same. And while we were talking about the game being halted, it looks like Shilki Devi has gone down. She'll need some medical attention. We are back underway. Haryana, I reckon the two forwards out there for Haryana, they have, all this can be critical. But again, as we were talking about the difference between a sweeper keeper and a shot stopper, this is the difference. This is where it all changes. This is where if your goalkeeper is a sweeper keeper, she will... Oh, that is a poor giveaway. This can be an opportunity for Shivani Devi. Can she get that insurance goal? She can. That should be game, set, match. There's no coming back for Haryana from there on.
Goal for Manipur by jersey number 14.
She had a chance earlier, and the way she redeems herself, it is absolutely incredible. Bala Devi, after missing that penalty with a sensational finish, and now it's Shivani Devi, after missing out a 101 sitter, she's finally put that in the bed. Strike almost from the spot there. And now Haryana, they have a mountain to climb, and they are not even in the city of the mountains. Miles away. And only a miracle can possibly save them, but with a woman down, with numerical disadvantage, against them. It's just going to turn away from them.
Substitution for Manipur, jersey number 12, Asim Rosa Devi. Substituted by jersey number 22, Heglu Jam Daya Devi.
Actually confirmed who's the one who will replace Roja Devi. That's another fine run all the way from the right and across as well. Kritina Devi out of nowhere. Again bursting back to life, coming all the way back from the defense to set it up. But eventually, that really didn't open up possible chance. And it's going to be Daya Devi, another forward who's coming down
for
to place of
Haryana,
Roja
jersey number
Devi. So
18,
a like-for-like
buildup.
substitution again.
Substituted by jersey number 10,
Are they still looking for more goals?
Haryana.
That's the question. And very well be. Bala Devi again onto that right there, but it's quite a lot of ground to be covered for Grace there. And Haryana now kind of latching on to more hope than execution, more optimism than conviction. Oh, that's a fine goal. The defensive howler, could have been a chance, but Neha once again mistiming that run of hers, caught in the offside trap. Free kick in favour of Manipur. Still 4 minutes of regulation time to go before match referee before the match official decides that what is going to be the added bit of time that will be granted. Once again, another chance here, and this time finally Shreya Huda learning her lesson that she'll have to step out of her comfort zone. She'll have to start looking around to save those sudden bursts of acceleration. The way they conceded that second goal, it was because Shreya didn't get out of a line, and most of the chances have been created because Shreya has somehow struck to her own defensive line. It's understandable, she's a very good shot stopper, but then at times you have to get out of the comfort zone. Free kick in favour of Haryana there. Haryana has tried, despite being a woman down, despite being numerically depleted, they have still knocked on the doors, and I think that's what all hearts is about. You play this game with hearts, you play this game with every possible in your arsenal. This can be another chance all the way from the right, and it's a substitution. Daya Devi, who's trying to make a bit of inroads there, eventually has conceded possession. Again, a bit of confusion with Bala Devi. The ball's fallen back for Danmay Grace. Grace sets up Daya onto that right again. Daya Devi looking for a cross, is it? No, cuts back in sharply. Good footwork there. And Daya Devi now setting herself up for a for some shooting space. Again, took a bit longer. That was also kind of selfish. If she could have released the ball slightly earlier than expected, it could have been a goal scoring opportunity for Manipur. The number 3 would have come. Slightly overpowered. Grace couldn't make it in time. Means it's going to be thrown. That's another fine setup now onto the left. A bit of tussle out there. And it is the goal scorer, Shivani Devi. It's back to another goal scorer, Bala Devi. Kind of work rate that the captain has shown, that's just incredible to be honest. Oh, that could have been painful. Thankfully her ankle didn't twist. I reckon she kind of tumbled out there. It happens. There's not much that can be done. Again, a nice bit of setup, a bit of a push from the back, but it's alright, says the referee. Now the change has been affected there by Haryana. We'll talk about that later. This can be another shooting chance there. The shot comes in. He was extended out there. Didn't go on to hit that hand with the play. It was Daya Devi once again pulling the strings of destruction. And it looks like Pooja has been taken off. And Anay Bai is the one who's coming out. Or rather who's come out for Haryana. How much can she affect the game? That's the question. Once again, Shivani Devi from the left there. All the way back to Lintoi Devi. Haryana had a bit of press there. What a game this has been for Manipur, particularly the second half. And once they had the numerical advantage going their way, well, this can be further trouble brewing for them. Dangmei Grace was out there also, but she didn't get the support, she didn't get the understanding that was expected from Bala Devi. And 5 minutes have been added on, which means 300 more seconds of football remaining for us. That's another fine run. And Daya Devi, this time the flag goes up, so she'll have to wait. Another change is happening here.
Substitution for Haryana. Jersey number 6, Rajni Bala. Substituted by jersey number 12, Varsha Rani.
Jersey number 6 for Haryana. Rajni Bala, who's actually come out way later, is being substituted. That's kind of bizarre because it usually doesn't happen. So yes, Rajni Bala, who stepped later into the game, has been taken off. And that's kind of hitting the SOS, that's kind of hitting the panic button there by the Haryana coach, and she has been replaced by Varsha Rani, jersey number 12. Will it bring about a change in fortunes for Haryana? They still have 5 minutes. All the way back to Shreya again. Drags the ball back into the mix. Haryana kind of desperate now, and the more the desperation gets, the easier it is for Manipur. Look at how cool, calm and composed Lintoi Devi is. And that is the personification of what being under control looks like. Manipur now from the left, slowly and steadily though, taking their time, controlling the tempo. Nice and fine. Bala Devi all the way down now. And now they set up another fine run. Babina Devi, she may have a shy at goal. She set her teammate up. Bit of push from the back there. And the referee says it's completely fine. It's okay, it's by the books. That would have been tricky as well. Manipur still looking for goals here. And why not? They have fought and they have fought really hard. Back with Haryana again. Now Haryana from the left. Shivani Devi, can she get that second goal? No, the flag's gone up. She's not happy. I reckon she must have mistimed that run of hers. Haryana. Can they hit? Manipur on the break. Not to be though. Good defending there from Shilki Devi. set up, and just when it felt like Daya Devi may also have a shy at goal, the flag's gone up. Shreya Huda did charge out of a line, had to actually. Wasn't much remaining for her. She was remaining out there in the line. Thankfully, the offside trap worked out in this case. And now Haryana knocking on the doors. This can be the chance. And somehow, despite having all the resources, an entire goalkeeping attempt, they have failed to connect. Lintoi Devi was caught off guard for a split second there. That's good work by Daya Devi. Kind of cheeky, to be honest. It didn't have the impact that she was hoping for. She was expecting to have, rather. 94 minutes. Look.
Last 1 minute.
Throw-in for Manipur. Throw-in was taken, but that should be it. With this, we come to the end
After the
of the
completion of
28th
this match, grand
Women's
finale,
National Football Championship as Manipur
to
clinch
Haryana
their
0.
22nd crown. History in the making here in Kolkata.
28 senior women's national football
Bharati
championship.
Kridangan will stay witness
Rajmata
to a
Jijabai
legacy that was
Trophy
formed out of this
2023-24.
action.
Final result:
Baladevi
Manipur
opening
2,
the
Haryana
account
0.
for Manipur today on this hallowed fixture before Shivani Devi doubled the cushion to put this game to bed once and for all. A fight that the Haryana girls would remember till the end of time. Despite being overpowered in terms of reputation, in terms of the star-studded quality caliber that you talk about, they kept on fighting, and they kept on fighting with everything possible. And now the victory lap. Why not? Why not, Manipur? You deserve it. You played with your hearts and souls out on the field. If somebody deserves it the most, it has to be Manipur. Absolutely brilliant. And here you go. The celebrations have begun. The joys start deluging the stands. Manipur, the champions of the 28th Senior Women's National Football Championship. And what an incredible way to seal things off. Bala Devi and Shivani Devi were the scorers separating the two sides. And just to give you all a heads up, the prize distribution ceremony would be coming up in very quick succession. So everyone stay tuned. We'll be back even before you know. And while we are being back, we would let you enjoy the highlights. What a game this has been, actually. This has been just brilliant. This has been just sensational. There were saves made and there were goals scored as well. There were opportunities that went begging, which could have been. Lintoi Devi had a bit of early jitters altogether. But then the way she came back, it was absolutely brilliant. This was another crucial save. And Dangmei Grace, every single time she held on to the ball. And a few free kicks that went Haryana's way as well. And then these corners as well, knocking on the doors. I mean, that was just great to watch. This is one particular area where Haryana almost ended up conceding one, a bit of confusions everywhere. And then those couple of quick goals scored. Nintoy Devi had to pull off another critical save. There's another fine work there. Nangmei Grace. With that shot there, and a few hits from the left and right as well. Well taken care of, no questions asked. And then this excellent run. And yet somehow the ball really didn't end up in the back of the net. Look at this. This was a penalty. And the red card which was shown. Heartbreak, to be honest, for Samiksha. She's had a very tough game. She fought with all her hearts. And this is where it actually all changed. The penalty was saved all right. So was the rebound. But this opened up the space that Haryana was looking for, or Manipur was looking forward to. And there, the lovely cross coming into the mix and a nice setup. This was actually after that first goal. And another fine, fine run there from Bala Devi. Should have been put into the back of the net as well. Well, as the Manipuri girls celebrate, we'll wait for the prize distribution ceremony to take shape. So till then, remain hooked. We'll be back shortly.
Hey, side please, hey, side please, side please, side please. अरे साइड प्लीज ना अरे নেবো 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 দাঁড়াও দাঁড়াও বিউটি দিয়ে দেবো
একটু ডাউন এদিকটা একটু ডাউন করে একটু ডাউন করে আরে এরপর কি সন্ধ্যা হবে?
তুই শুরু কর সিলিং পেট্রোল খালি মাঠ দিয়ে বসে আছে কতক্ষণ হাইলাইট বল বল বল
Good afternoon, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. What a fantastic competition this has been. And we welcome all the people present here at the Kishore Bharati Kirangan, as well as the fans watching us on the broadcast worldwide, to the presentation ceremony of 28th Senior Women's National Football Championship for Rajmata Jijabai Trophy 2023-24. We would like to invite the following dignitaries to the stage for the presentation ceremony. May I request respected Subrata Danto, Chairman, the Indian Football Association; Sri Vishwajit Bhaduri, Vice President, the Indian Football Association; Sharup Biswas, Vice President, IFA; Saurabh Pal, Vice President, IFA; Anirban Datto, Honorary Secretary, IFA; Subhashish Sarkar, Assistant Secretary, IFA; Nazrul Islam, Assistant Secretary, IFA; Shufal Ranjan Giri, Assistant Secretary, IFA; Rakesh Jha, Assistant Secretary, IFA. All are cordially requested, please come on the dais. A remarkable moment, and this football shows women empowerment also. We would like to start off the ceremony by thanking the partners of All India Football Federation, namely Nivea, the official ball partner, and FSDL, the commercial partner of the AIFF. The All India Football Federation is grateful to FIFA and AFC for their constant support, and also its member association, the Indian Football Association IFA, for their impeccable organization and delivery of the final round of the championship. We also thank all the players, team officials, supporting staff, who have participated in the edition of the Senior Women's National Football Championship. A huge thanks to all the volunteers and LOC staff who have made this event a huge success. And last but not the least, the fans for their continued support over the years. Fans, please, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. We will now move on the prize distribution ceremony. First up, we would like to congratulate the match officials for officiating the matches in the highest standards. We request Mr. Shubhashish Sarkar, Assistant General Secretary IFA, Mr. Nazrul Islam, Assistant General Secretary IFA, Shufal Ranjan Giri, Assistant Secretary IFA, and Rakesh Jha, Assistant Secretary IFA, to present the medals to the following match officials who officiated the matches. Match Commissioner Ms. Wendy Asunta Dicosta. Please put your hands together. Match Commissioner Ms. Wendy Asunta Dicosta. Sudeshna Mukherjee, Ms. Bentla Dicot, referee Ms. Rupa Devi G, assistant referees Ms. Sushmita Rai, Ms. Shima Boiragi, fourth official Ms. Konika Bormon, Ms. Konika Bormon, Ms. Pooja, Ms. Kavita Shahu, Ms. Debola. All assistant secretaries of IFA. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Sushmita Rai.
One of the finest gestures that you would see, of course, these officials, they are the ones who make this tournament a grand success. And had it not been for them, had it not been for their impeccable arbitration, you would not have seen
Fourth official Ms. Konika Bormon.
the tournament reaching up to those.
Ms. Pooja. Konika Barman, Ms. Bentla Dicot, Ms. Pooja, Ms. Kavita Shahu, and last Ms. Debola. Next up, Ranjita. Ranjita. Thank you all. Next up, we have the individual awards to be presented. We request Mr. Bishwajit Bhaduri, Vice President IFA, to present the award for the best goalkeeper of the championship. The best goalkeeper of the championship award goes to Shreya Huda, Haryana. Magnificent performance, Shreya Huda. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Congratulations, Shreya. Wish you all the best for your future. Now we request Mr. Sharup Bishwas, Vice President IFA, to present the award for the top goal scorer of the championship. The top goal scorer of the championship award goes to Ngemgom Bala Devi of Manipur and Yunam Kamala Devi of Railway. Respected Sharup Bishwas will give away the prize award for highest goal scorer. Ngemgom Bala Devi of Manipur. Congratulations, Bala Devi. Thank you, respected Sharup Bishwas. Next up, we have the most awaited award to be presented to the player of the championship. Player of the championship. We request Mr. Saurabh Pal, Vice President IFA, to present the award. The player of the championship award goes to Ngemgom Bala Devi of Manipur once more. Ladies and gentlemen, once more, put your hands together. Congratulations, Bala Devi. Thank you, respected Saurabh Pal. All participating teams showcased a fantastic game of football throughout the group stage and final round of the championship. Also to be noted is the display of positive values in football by all the participating teams, promoting the ideas of fair play and mutual respect. The Fair Play Award. Before I declare the name, may I request respected Subrata Datta, Chairman IFA, to give away the award of Fair Play. The Fair Play Award goes to Jharkhand team. May I request Ms. Benita Dicot, referee's assessor. Please accept the award on behalf of Jharkhand. Congratulations, thank you, respected Subrata Datta, Chairman IFA. 32 teams participated in the 2023-24 edition of the Senior Women's National Football Championship, and it all boiled down to 2 teams who made it to the final. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together in welcoming the runner-up team, Tournament Haryana, on the stage to collect their well-deserved silver medals from the dignitaries on the dais. Runner-up team, Haryana. Ladies and gentlemen, please once more put your hands together for runner-up team, Haryana. Shreya Huda, Samiksha, Renu, Neha, Varshika, Shaliza, Kajol, Pooja, Jyoti, Aarti, Sharda, Kalpana, Sheetal, Ritu, Rajni Bala, Rinku Devi, Anaya Bai, Varsha Rani, Parmila, Tamanna, Anju, Angshika. All players of Haryana, team officials, coach, all you are cordially requested, please come on the dais. Silver medal for Haryana. The northern state of our country, Haryana. Once more, put your hands together for Haryana. 3 cheers for Haryana. Hip hip, hip hip, hip hip. Now I would like to request for the championship there can be only one winner and their names will be written in letters of gold in the history of the tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the champions of the 28th Senior Women's National Football Championship, Rajmata Jijabai Trophy 2023-24. And the champion team, Manipur, to collect their gold medals from the dignitaries present on the dais. Pakpi Devi, Kritina Devi, Nirmala Devi, Silki Devi, Tanmay Grace, Ratanbala Devi, Bala Devi, Rosa Devi, Shivani Devi, Anju Chanu, Maibam Devi, Monalisa Devi, Limthongabai Devi, Babina Devi, Iram Devi, Miloni Chanu, Banti Sharma, Sanamija Chanu, Tuijam Chanu, Rajia Devi, Arina Devi, Daya Devi, team coach Nongmik Pam Itocha Singh. Remarkable moment. Once more, congratulations, Team Manipur, for your remarkable, fantastic performance. Finally, we request winning captain, and may I request respected Mr. Anirban Dotto, Honorary Secretary IFA, and to give away the winner's trophy, we request winning captain Nongkom Bala Devi to receive the Rajmata Jijabai trophy from Mr. Anirban Dotto, Honorary Secretary IFA. Please come. Winner's trophy. Congratulations, Bala Devi. Thank you, respected Sri Anirban Dotto. All players are requested. Bala Devi. All players are requested, please come here. I request Arjuna Wadi, Shanti Mallik, please come on the dais. Shanti Mallik, the first Arjuna Wadi footballer, women footballer of our country. Madam, please come on the dais. And it's special felicitation to first Padma Shri Awadi of women football in our country, Arjuna Awadi, legendary footballer, Bim Bim Devi, please come on the dais. Remarkable moment. Respected Anirban Dotto felicitates with Uttoriyo. IFA Secretary, respected Anirban Dotto felicitates with Uttoriyo. Bim Devi, Padma Shri Awadi, Arjuna Awadi, and first Arjuna Awadi of our country, Shanti Mallik, felicitates Bim Devi.
Well, what a journey this has been for Manipur and, of course, Haryana as well. And before we finally close it, a glimpse or a glance into the headlines. Rather, the highlights, to be honest. Both the teams were all set, were all roaring, and were all set to showcase their class and their caliber. This was the first chance that came knocking on the doors, but once again, the goalkeeper Shreya Huda, they were just absolutely brilliant. And Bala Devi, I mean, the quality that she showed, it's just glorious to watch. And another fine, this was a corner that had a bit of bounce, looming large on the horizon, coming quite close. And then another cross came in, floating from the right. And the chance went begging. This was in Haryana as well, fired back with interest. It's renewed interest, to be precise. And this was Bala Devi just trying to get in lateral connection with the ball, but unfortunately got underneath it. And as it floated over, this was that slight error that was done by Manipur, or apologies, on Haryana in the first half. Then the second half showed Manipur firing on all cylinders, charging at their counterparts with one mighty blow after the other. Now this was that fine run from Dangmei Grace, all the way from the right, a sensational hit, but then again Shreya standing tall under the sticks there This was that chance again. Now, this was the penalty. A clear yank from the back, a red card shown as well, no chance whatsoever. But then the penalty didn't really go as planned for Bala Devi. Took it on to that left, a good save from Shreya, quick to recover, got back on her feet, and another brilliant save. But then that first goal eventually came. It was through Bala Devi only, the way she powered through that defense. That was absolutely brilliant. Took a couple of steps and eventually unfurled a mighty strike. And this was that second goal. Another setup, another perfect. Not in fact the second goal, that was a miss rather. Baladevi was mighty close on another occasion as well. But again, Shreya, that was absolutely sensational. And then stepping up just when the time wanted her to. There's another fine run from Shivani Devi, who scored the second goal of the evening as Manipur went on to lift the trophy. Well, thank you everyone for joining in. This has been a joyride for us all as well, as the 28th edition of NFC Women's Championship comes to an end. We'll now call it a day as the Manipuri women celebrate this triumph. Thank you for being a part of this journey with us. Stay safe, take care, till we see again.